At this 60th Annual General Meeting, I thought it appropriate to say a few words about the birth of the Institute. As a flying boat captain who had specialised on navigation, I had the privilege of representing the Ministry of Aircraft Production from 1944 to 1946 as its navigational representative at the British Air Commission in Washington, D.C. This included monitoring the navigation activities of the U.S. Army Air Force and Navy research establishments and reporting on these to the MAP. Before the success of the atomic bomb could be assumed, a momentous decision was made by the United States government. This was to the effect that the Americans had the designs of conventional weapons necessary to win the war, provided they were produced in sufficient quantities. Expenditure on research and development was scaled right down and transferred to quantity production. This brought the research and development leaders in the services and industries together to defend their interests. Hitherto, the Army and Navy research and development establishments had rarely spoken to each other. A side effect of this new cooperation was a decision to form an American Institute of Navigation for the continued exchange of information. I had collaborated in this decision and was elected Vice President for the United Kingdom. I reported fully on this development to my principals at the Ministry of Aircraft Production. The idea fell on fertile ground in the United Kingdom, as the various UK establishments had been collaborating for some time in the formation of a series of postgraduate specialist navigation courses for about a dozen aircrew from the Commonwealth, on the second of which I had qualified. This course was to bridge the gap between the operators and the research and development experts, the boffins as we call them. On returning to the United Kingdom after the war, in 1946 I joined the steering committee establishing the Institute as Technical Secretary of the Provisional Council. We had the good fortune to engage Michael Ritchie as Executive Secretary, who was ably assisted by Don Sandler, Secretary of the Royal Astronomical Society, and others. We also had the support of L.P. Kerwin, Director of the Royal Geographical Society, who gave us office space and the use of their facilities, including this lecture hall, which has remained to this day. The Institute was duly launched by its founder members in 1947. It became royal by decree in its 25th year in 1972, only receiving its royal charter this year. In retrospect, it seems certain that the Institute or a comparable body would have been founded by those collaborating on navigation in UK without the US President. Since this account is based mainly on memory, I apologise for any errors or omissions. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.